Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, blessings, and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon you all. Healthy Life, an Investment Rewarded Hereafter, my book. My first book, in which during the author note, I described that this book topic depends on three categories. The first category was regarding the cleanliness and the food intake we take in our day-to-day life, which makes us healthy and makes our body, mind and soul clean and pure. The second category, which I am going to start in this part 7, is the category says about, now here comes the mind, application of mind and the achievements we take from some instance which happens to you in your day-to-day life, which makes you realize how much your ways are healthy enough to go ahead in the life to make yourself peaceful. So it's a really true story in which happened in my life. So I want to tell you about the story, which is the second category, is a story of a poor person who wanted to earn for him and his family. Following truthful and honesty means whether the profit is achieved or not. Whether the profit is achieved or not in terms of money, but he always prepared to gain profit in terms of reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, in the hereafter. I just want to explain it that if I want to make some profit out of my earnings or my working, so that profit should be fruitful, not in terms of money only. It should be fruitful in the ways that money is coming to me. The profit is coming to me. It should not be the way adopted in a way which is not good. That if you are a poor person or if you are a rich person or if you are a medium class pupil, wherever, whichever situation you may be, let the profit come in a way which pleases our creator. So this poor person taught me a lesson that whatever you do in the life, it doesn't matter how rich or how poor you are, the reasoning behind should be a fair dealing, a fair way of achieving profit. So I begin the story is a true story between landlord of the property and lesser owner of the theater and the planner, engineer. Here the engineer is myself and a very small trader of cloth pieces. I have given his name is Chacha. One day an engineer was appointed for the planning of a residential building in a village namely Kudus, Taluka Wada, District Thane, Maharashtra State, India, by a owner. The engineer residing and having his office in Bhiwandi city, just 30 kilometers away from Kudus village, is well known for his excellent planning by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When some people came to know that the engineer was in their village, they thought that we should take the advantage and go to approach this engineer and get a planning done. So They approached the engineer. So the owner of the land approached. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. Engineer Saab, how are you? Engineer, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, I am fine. Owner of the land, I have a proposal for you. Will you accept it for me and my lesser? Engineer, inshallah. I will do the planning as well as execute the job. But what I have to plan? Owner of the land, the land belongs to me. I have leased it to a lessor who is the owner of the theatre. There is an existing theatre which is made of tin sheets and is open from top. He runs the theatre and gives me rent. The owner of the theatre wants to construct a new RCC theatre. Engineer, yes, why not? I will try to manage a good design for the theatre. Let us fix an appointment for next week so that we can go ahead for a better planning, and let us see the papers for the approval and all. The date was fixed and we all three had our meeting on the site for planning of a new theatre. Owner of the theatre, Assalamu alaikum. I am the owner of the theatre. Engineer, wa alaikum assalam. How are you? Owner of the theatre, Allah ka shukr hai. I am fine. I have heard about your planning and designing. Engineer, Jazakallah. All praise is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Owner of the theatre, I want to demolish the existing theatre and construct a new one, RCC type with a good elevation. Engineer, don't worry, I have some good planning in my mind. For the location of the site. Owner of the, what's that? Engineer, the idea according to me will increase your source of income, and you and the owner of the land too can also increase the rent. Owner of the land, what is that? What is the idea by which the rent will also increase? Please tell us. Engineer, see, the property is located near a main junction. It is hardly 2 minutes walk from the junction. So I suggest that we can construct commercial shops on ground floor and the theatre on the first floor. Owner of the theatre, wow, what an idea. We never thought of this type of planning. We are prepared and agreed upon. Please start the planning. Thanks for such a beneficial idea. Engineer, no need for thanks. It's my job. I will start planning and complete it in 3-4 days. So please do come to my office in Bhiwandi. Owner of the theatre, okay, we will meet you after 4-5 days. They departed and the engineer started the planning, commercial cum theatre type of structure. The planning was completed in 2-3 days. The engineer, while looking at the job of the theatre, thought whether making a plan of theatre is good or bad for him in the theatre, for him in the mind, in the perspective of Islam. His heart started beating fast and the mind was saying, this is a job where the films will be shown. The films are the sources of misguidance. Films shows violence and sex, etc., which is not good for human conduct. The engineer decided that he would not do the job. He phoned the owner of the land and the owner of the theatre from his office, telling them that the drawings are ready and he wants to talk to them. They reached the office next day. Owner of the theatre and landlord, Assalamu alaikum. Engineer, wa alaikum assalam. Please be seated. Owner of the theatre, please show the plan. We are excited and wish to approve it as early as possible. We will start the work immediately. Engineer, yes, the plan is ready. I will give you the plan. But I'm sorry, I will neither sign it nor take up the job for execution. Owner of the theatre, why? Engineer, I am not comfortable for the job of theatre, but if you like, I will give the plan without my signature. You can make use of it by appointing some other architect or engineer. Owner of the theatre, when I was on my way to your office, I was thinking, as you told, that plan was ready and you want to talk. For a while, it came to my mind that you might refuse the job, and it happened the same way. It's okay, Engineer Sahab, but I want to tell you a short real story. Do do you want do you have time to listen? Listen now. Engineer, please tell. Go ahead, don't worry about the time. The owner of the theatre thanked and he started a short story of this true story. So we will continue this next time, next part. Thank you. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.